What's up, guys? Yep, I got my pups up, and then I got this one up. And both of them are running off my phone. How does it look? And tomorrow, or I'm going to say I might need 2 days. I looked up today how to do the call-ins. That's not going to be an. This is not going to be an issue. I think I'm gonna be able to figure all this out. I've got to get this internet fixed. Right now, I'm going off my phone. I'm running only at 5,000. It's been doing a little better. It was running around 8. But anyway, let me kill some of this, see if that helps. Yeah, I killed some stuff to see what that would help. Yeah, I jumped up to 8,000 now, 9,000. So the lag should be going out. Last night's recording got, when I woke up, it had downloaded or whatever, and it said copyright beside it. So I just deleted it. I guess it picked up some music or something. So I don't have any audio tonight, but my voice, that's what everybody's stuck with. Sorry. Until we get the call-in thing going, and then we'll have that up. It's in the next day or two. It's not hard. You just put in here virtual camera. You make a Zoom room. You have people go into the Zoom room, and then you just pick one at a time. It's gonna be more practice than it is anything, I think. Yeah, I know it's all gonna come crashing down, but that's okay. That's all right. What did Elon Musk say? You have to test your extremes to know your boundaries, right? So let's just say I'm testing the extremes. I'm running to it once. That was a great call, dude. I really enjoyed it. If you get a chance, check out the beginning of Joe Rogan. He has what's the guy's name? Red Van, Brian Red Van off the Kill Tony show. He has him on as a guest, and he starts basically talking about quantum computing and how quantum computing is interdimensional. And of course, he was saying he don't understand it, but it's basically quantum computers talking to other computers in other timelines or realizations, and that's kind of how quantum computing works. I haven't got to listen to it all, and I really need to listen to it again. But yeah, it's crazy. No, dude. I mean, it is what it is. I enjoyed it. I mean, Everything ain't rainbows. That's just not the way life works, especially nature. Nature is a nature. I mean, dogs eat their own dead puppies, and male lions kill all the male cubs so it can have the breeding rights. I mean, nature is rough. When the comet hit that froze the dinosaurs, I mean, imagine what that looked like. Everything just died. It's just the way it is. And I have no idea. I don't have a screen. I can't tell if we've got anybody but me and you. It don't matter. I'm still going to run it. I'm trying to just to see. And I'm actually not doing bad. I'm only running about 6,000. And my internet company called me back today and I was able to upgrade. It's not that great. I'm going from 15 megs to 20 meg downloads, which is still crap. So I am definitely investigating on which route. I've looked up Starlink. That's kind of expensive. It might be good, but the hardware itself, I think, was like $318, and it's like 185 a month or something like that. Well, I mean, if you want to do a home plan, which I have to figure out how much data I actually use, but yeah, it's expensive. Cool. Is it okay? So I'm just gonna keep doing this, keep working on it, and excuse me, and see what happens. Yeah, I did a. It was crap. Let me see. I'll do a test real quick. I have it as a favorite. Then one of those speed tests. Let's see what it is. Mhm. It's testing. My download speed is 7.55. Upload speed is 0.04, and the ping is 11. That's what I'm working with. Hey, David, how you doing? Oh, really? Well, that's true. That may be what's left after I'm doing the stream. Oh, she's moving around. They're getting so big. That one inside is tough, man. It's the runt of the four, and it's trying to latch on. So every 2 hours, I have some milk mixed up or puppy formula, and I'm trying to get it some nutrition. I got a puppy. It's a puppy warmer. It like goes under the little blanket, and it just puts off a little bit of heat. I got him on that, and she just ain't looking that good. I think right now we're looking at probably either 60-40 chance or 50-50. Her survival odds are not looking good. I've done everything I can do. Cool. Yeah, yeah. I'll have to do them again after I get off and see how good it is. I'm not getting as many. See, I'm dropping some now. And if I have to, I'll kill the puppy string. But hey, hey, what's up, Voodoo? Let's see if there's anything I can kill in the background that'll kill that test. It's really about all I can kill. Yeah, puppies, and the other side is a view of the Northern Lights on my phone, which was I already had the puppies on. My parents here in Texas, they sent me a picture of what they're seeing at their house. I have too many tall trees around me where I'm at. I can't really get a good. If I were to get out on the road and go find a hill and over the rivers and through the woods, I could go find a view. But anyway, it's pretty much maybe 10 to 15 degrees above the horizon, kind of a red glow, kind of like this. It was a little more intense, the picture they took. But yeah, we could even see it down here a little bit. Well, here's what I did. I'm not using that webcam that I had. Actually, I've been streaming. Hey, JME, I've had the puppies on for like 2 hours, and I haven't looked to see what they got, but they usually get. If I run them for about 5 hours, I'll get about 3,000 views. But I put them on earlier, so I didn't want to take them down. And I'm not on my Wi-Fi right now. I'm actually using my phone to record the puppies, and I'm using the phone. I'm hotspotted doing this stream outside, out in the laundry room area where I got the puppies. And so my phone is running this stream, and it's running the the puppies live, both of them. Yeah, it was a big one today or earlier. I don't know where this on this picture here where or this feed. I don't know where they're at, but yeah. Yeah, that's pretty cool. You don't hardly ever see it down here in Texas. And, at least this wasn't a disaster like last night was at the beginning. Oh God, that was horrible. But everybody was cool. Everybody was patient. But the way I view it, or I was thinking about it, I thought, well, if I leave the pups up, people are going to still hit those that want to watch the pups. And the people that want to come over here after the show can come over here. So I thought, well, I got to have, I don't want to get copyrighted again. So I'm not going to, I didn't want to play anything if it's going to get it toned down or taken down. I thought, well, I'll just stream my own puppies and then I'll put myself in here because I can't, I mean, I could text, but anyway, they're very particular, it seems. I'm just learning about this copyright stuff. So I am, I'm just going to stay away from any kind of audio until I figure out what's going on. Like I said, I'm going to have that friend of mine over. He plays clubs, bars. He jams, and I'm gonna put him out when we start getting some numbers. You trying to get out, Mama? She won't away from these puppies. which should be. Yeah, I thought it was a great call. Well, yeah, these guys are doing real good. They're doing real well. They're growing good. Mm, 4 inside. I think one's going to die. So I'll have those 3. I think will live. So the other 3 are doing pretty good. That one I'm bottle feeding every 2 hours and got them on a warmer and all that. I just don't think she's going to make it. But I'm going to try. Yeah, it sucks, dude. Not bad. I'm running 9,000, 8,000. So that's plenty enough to do a stream. It should be pretty smooth. Um, Audio should be good. But if there's any problems, let me know. If you want to look up something, check out something. Like I said, Joe Rogan today, they talked in the very beginning. I haven't watched it all about quantum computing and interdimensional quantum computers working together to figure out problems that would take over 1 billion years to figure out. And it did it in 4 minutes. 4 minutes, according to them. But said I got quite a bit more to listen to. I think there's over an hour and something left. I just put it on because Red Band was on. He does the Kill Tony show. He's the guy beside him doing the all the sound effects and the he does a show on Thursday. I think they call it the Secret Show or something like that. He's cool, but they can probably do it now. Well, not according to the people on the Dirty Bird. They'll do anything to try and get you to go buy some crypto. That's why I don't know, man. I'm just skeptical. But then they say the dollar's fixing to crumble. So who the hell knows? Crypto thing, I don't know, man. Look at what that Hot Tua girl did. She come out with her own coin or something. Um, and I think it like overnight it jumped way up, and then like in a week it was dead. So if you dumped a bunch of money in that, you probably lost your ass. And why would you invest in something like that? That's you have way too much money. Fun or whatever, and sugar in their belly, so they're getting that energy. Today, I saw this too. Alex Jones was on, and he was talking about, I know we've talked about the blood sacrifice, but not really sacrifice, but them trying to get the blood, injecting the blood to stay young, and I thought, wow, didn't mention adrenochrome or anything like that. Just talking about getting transfusions. Yeah, yeah. I don't know. From I don't really follow the crypto stuff that close. But I think Trump's kind of propped it up a little bit. He said it's going to be around. So what that means, I don't know. See, I didn't even see her say anything, but I was probably looking at something else, or I was jacked with this dog, letting her in and out. No, I think that was a immunity issue. I mean, if I just had to shoot from the hip, I think there was something in them eggs that they probably, when they confiscated the eggs, the embryos probably had the antibodies that for the H1N1 or the COVID, whatever, virus X. They had that antibodies, so now they're going to take those antibodies and they're going to go to a lab and they're going to replicate them or whatever the monsters do. And if something hits, they'll make billions of dollars on a cure or a way to stop it. So that's what I think. And I think it was a way for the government to say, get in line. We're going to do we're going to do what we want to do. And there's nothing you can do to stop it. And they did it. And so they kind of killed two birds with one stone. They put everybody in check, or trying to put everybody in check, and they're going to get their antibodies, and whatever they get off of it. And maybe it was blood sacrifice as well. But they can, triple points. I don't know. Mm, I don't know. Overreach of jurisdiction. Yeah, I mean, I don't know Canadian law, so I really can't say. Last time aren't the Canadians under the British rule, or were? I think Britain finally gave them their own. But then if they were under British rule, sometimes I mean they'd be under the King's authority, which would be King Charles. But I think Canada's free from Britain, but I could be wrong. Yeah. We did, like somebody mentioned, I don't know if it was a caller or in the text. Look at what they did to the chickens over here. How many times have they killed millions of chickens over here? And the prices of eggs are through the roof. Well, hell, you killed all the chickens. Takes chickens to make eggs. Okay. Did not know that. I have nothing against it. The Canadians I've known have always been the nicest people. Um, I don't like the way their country's ran. It don't seem, from what I've seen, but that has nothing to do with the people. I don't like a lot of the way a lot of things are ran in this country, but it don't. I don't hate my own people. I just disagree with a lot of them, especially on the east and west coast. The flyover country thinks different than the east and west coast people. Not all of them, but a lot of them. You wouldn't have Portland going on in Texas, and I can't. I haven't still haven't had time to check that guy out getting in Hood County. I did see something about the FBI director. It's either his girlfriend or something. She's connected in the photo or something. They're suing that guy for $5 million, which I saw. I saw him talking about it just on a clip, and he was saying that's basically for what his company's value is. So basically, they're wanting to sue him out of business. So I don't know, man. I don't know the circumstances behind it. Hell yeah, I blame Canada. I always thought it was so funny how South Park drew Canadians. Of course, they didn't really work on their art very much at all, but anyway, but yeah. And I'll know as soon as we get done. I should not be this. Last night, like I told everybody first entering, after I downloaded it, I had a copyright thing beside it. It didn't mean I got a strike. It just means it picked up something from what I understand. Well, I have no audio running. I have nothing, no background. I mean, not even behind me. They don't have a TV on. So that is my stream of my puppies. That is me and the camera. That is they're on the other side showing uh, the northern lights. So we'll see. I do. It might have been the music. That's why I haven't kicked any music on. I'll sing for you, but you wouldn't want that. I promise. Vancouver doesn't make Canadian money or Canada money. Yeah, I don't know. I said there's a big difference between people. What is it, Vancouver and Alberta and all the different. I don't think they're called states. I'm very illiterate about Canada. I'm gonna be honest. Um, I know they have Royal Mounted Police. I know they say about instead of about. Um, I know South Park draws them like little stick figures. So man, like I said, I ain't got nothing against them. I know some of, they're a lot of good people. Look at, I think Steven Crowder's Canadian, or he was born Canadian and raised in the U.S. or something like that. There's something associated with Canada and him. And he seems to be an okay dude, as far as I know. I know there's a lot said about him, and I'm not saying he's whatever. I'm not propping him up. I'm not kicking him down. I'm just saying, for the most part, I think he's a decent dude. Is anybody perfect? Nope. So I know that Omar, if she did that $200 million, and that they can prove that she actually passed the law, took the money, embezzled, whatever you want to call it. They paid her contributions, political contributions. That is criminal. So let's see if Cash Patel and all them jump on that as fast as they're jumping on this guy for his little picture post. I don't know. I didn't even see the picture. I just heard about it. I couldn't tell you who. I know what Cash Patel looks like. I don't know who the lady is or what she looks like. She could be a beauty queen. She could be a wild hog. I couldn't tell you. I think it really matters. There's a lot of things. I don't agree with the way they did Alex Jones. Uh, the punishment they gave him. I don't know how many. What they want $1 billion or something for that. That don't seem right to me. But I'm just one guy. I don't know about the recession. I, I think we're in a bubble in a lot of aspects. That our economy thrives off continuous nonstop growth, 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 growth. Every year you got to have growth. You got to have growth. I don't know. I know I witnessed one in '07, '08, and it was real when that housing bubble hit. I mean, a lot of people lost a lot of money. Now the stock market has recovered. Everything's. But again, we're talking about '07. That's almost what, I don't know, 16 years ago-ish. So yeah, it could happen. We need 9,500 kilobytes, so it should be pretty smooth. I hope it doesn't, but yeah, I mean, I think you always have to have a course correction, and that's assuming that Europe doesn't get into a war with Russia. That's a big one. Um, because we're gonna be stuck in the middle. And I haven't heard a lot about Venezuela in the past few days. I don't know how that situation's cooled down or what's going on there. I just hadn't heard nothing. I mean, nothing's been done. I just hadn't heard about it. It hadn't been on my radar. I mean, like, you're talking about financing a home for 50 years. They're talking about financing cars for 15 years. Most people they want to trade their car in at 3 years. You're not going to have enough equity. You're going to be upside down every time you turn around. So if you're going to do that, just lease your car. If you're going to if you're going to pay a payment for the rest of your life or something, go ahead, at least have it where you can trade it every couple of years when you want to. You could almost say the same thing about rent. If you're going to pay over 50 years and it ain't going to be paid off till you're 90 or whatever, you might as well rent a nice place. Sure, be dead by the time it's paid off. Not necessarily. You build equity, and I know home equity loans, all that crap. I'm just saying, you're going to have a payment. You will never own it. And even if you do own it, you still owe taxes, so you never really own it. Because every year you don't pay that tax, man, let's see how long you own it. Because they will come take it. Yeah, it's bad when you drive a car off the lot and it loses 5 grand right on, at least 5 grand just when the tires hit the road. It's not a good proposition. Hmm. I couldn't think of nothing to put in the middle, by the way. I mean, I looked at a few things. I thought, well, that could get copyrighted. And then I looked at a couple of things. I thought, well, that's pretty cool, but it's not worth taking a chance on getting hit for. So I thought better just leave, do the right, left, throw something in the middle at the top, and then go for it. And then let's see if this gets copyright or gets. It shouldn't have any no issues. I'm trying to play strictly by the rules. So the YouTube overlords watching over. I'm trying, but they don't make it easy. Yeah. Hell, everything's been a problem since 2020. They got to get some prices down. I mean, gas, of course, I hadn't filled up in about a week, maybe a week and a half. But gas wasn't crazy. I think it was like 260 something a gallon. I'm in Texas, so up north, I'm sure it's higher. In California, I'm sure it's higher. Um, cigarettes aren't anymore because I quit smoking a while back, so I couldn't tell you that. But I know when I did smoke, it was like $6 a pack down here, and I was hearing it was like 14 or $15 a pack in New York. So okay. I think I just about that. The neighbor's dog, I think. I thought it was mine. It was just, know what the deal was. I don't know. Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, this is the mama dog. She wants some attention. Puppies. I'm hearing something cry. Damn. Yeah, no, even if I was a smoker, I'd find a way to quit before I paid $14 a pack. That's crazy. That's the same. Probably not 90%. I bet 80% of it's taxes, 70% state, federal. Well, they call it a sin tax. It's a sin to do. So, hmm. Yeah, no, yeah, I got a few pictures. They're on my phone now. Like I said, I'll have to pull them off, and I'll send them out. I'll show you tomorrow. My dad took them. They're really good. It's just a real bright red hue, but we don't ever see anything like that down here. I got to check this, guys. I'm sorry, but I don't know what was neighbors do. I hear him people watching the other stream. Yeah, Texas, we have property taxes that are pretty high. Well, I say high. We think they're high. Probably not compared to New York or California, but we do not have a state income tax. That's one good thing about Texas. I think there's like three or four states that maybe five. You know, we get some pretty full moons and stuff like that. We don't. I can't say I've ever really seen northern lights down here. Now, when I was up in Maine that time, if I did, we were in Caribou, Maine. Now that was it's like the most northern city in the United States. I think the border to Canada was 17 miles, 20 miles. And I went over to Canada for the day. We spent the day over there, enjoyed it. I didn't know what it was. It was my mama pug, the one inside. I kept hearing something bark. She was wanting out, and so I went ahead and let her out. And that puppy's just not doing good. I mean, she's alive, but I don't think she will be by morning. I fed her, but she's just not looking good. She's not moving much. If you rub the back of her neck, she still has neurological movement. But she don't look like she's gonna make it. It's one thing, on the cruise ships, I enjoy going and all that. It's fun. But I wish there was a place at night they would cut and I know they can't all the way, but cut the damn lights off. Can you imagine how many stars you could see out in the middle of the ocean? But you really can't see that many at night because they got all them damn lights on. So you look up and you see a few, but yeah, some. Yeah, it has all the minerals and it's kind of like glycogen for diabetics or whatever, but it has minerals, high protein, and I've been putting it in her mouth. She's worked it with her tongue, but I just think she was just I think she's a preemie. I think she's a runt, and the other three are fine, and they're growing. She's just not growing, and I just I'm gonna give her some more. Maybe about time here in about 3 minutes to an hour. I'll give her some more, and then see. I don't want her to sit and suffer either. Just shoving down her throat, trying to keep her alive. I mean, she's not gonna make it. She's just not gonna. She's gonna fail to thrive. But I'm just gonna keep doing about 1 cc, maybe a cc and a half, and give her a chance. Yeah, really, she was kind of getting cold, and then that's when I broke out the other heating pad. But again, nature's rough. That's why dogs have 4 or 5 because usually one or two don't make it, or if they don't make it, and one of the other ones gets eaten by something else in the wild. So, but he's still sad. Said I don't want to prolong and just uh, make the little thing miserable if it doesn't have a chance at all. We'll know in the morning. If it's still alive in the morning, I think the odds will be a little higher, but I don't know. She was wanting out, but we couldn't figure out where it's coming from. I thought it was a neighbor's dog, but um, she's isolating herself. I have them in the pool, and there's a blanket and all that. But like she was way away from the other three. This is the third time I've caught her not with the group. There's a warming pad that's under the middle of the the blanket. Well, every time I've caught her, she's gone off to the side. So you know how things kind of, an old dog go out in the woods and die. They go off by themselves. I don't know if it's instinct. I don't know. I don't know if the puppies do it too, but so it's not looking good. But I do know you cannot, if hypothermia will kill them just as quick as anything else. It changes their metabolic rate. It slows their heart rate. There's just nothing. We used to say in medicine during resuscitation of babies, you cannot resuscitate a cold baby. A kid's found in the water, underwater, or whatever. Kids found outside. You gotta warm them up to get the heart going again. So, so then when a baby's born, we put them under incubator, under lights. Not to do with the lights in the bilirubin. I'm talking about heater lights to keep the baby warm. You want to maintain that temperature. Probably more about homeostasis than it is anything else. Trying to keep everything balanced. Cool. Yeah, I know if you have them when they're getting stopped up or whatever, just take a, and the mamas do this themselves, but you can take a little warm wash rag, wet wash rag, and rub their little rear end. That'll help them go to the bathroom because you don't want them constipated, and you don't want the other either. So it's a little game. I'm lucky. All of these big ones over here, 7 born, 7 lived. So um, I got lucky. Oh, he moved his. He's kind of changing his camera a little bit. He, she, whoever's filming. It's, 'cause I hear two different views. Yeah, we'll hear a little bit too. I didn't, man. After I got off here, I laid down. I finally got laid down about 2:15. Had to get up at 5:30, and I just could not fall asleep. Couldn't sleep. And then when I finally started sleeping good, I had to get up. Now I lay back down for a little while after I got the kids out to school, and then it's like I was waking up every 20 minutes. And then my people started texting me here and there. So it's like, I just get up. All right, man. Have a good night. I'll see you tomorrow. Great call tonight. It was a good call. Enjoyed it. And that little banner on the bottom is just for people that, because you get a lot of people, you stream this, they start dropping by. So obviously it helps if you like. It's obviously you want subscribers, you can get them. So that's why I put that at the bottom. Yeah, surprised Renee didn't show up. All right, brother. Peace out. Have a good night. Sleep good. Get rest. I hope it's not because she's dealing with some like otherworldly, ghostly stuff. She might have just found something really interesting. And the show was good tonight. But the Bigfoot thing, I don't know, man. We've been hearing about Bigfoot since I was a little kid. We used to look in the woods. I mean, we've been all over these woods. I don't know. I've never seen no uh, any signs of it around Texas anyway, or the part of Texas I've been in, which is deep East Texas, all the way down. We have a deer lease down around the Llano area. couple hundred acres. A couple hundred is 500, probably about 900 acres. I've been all over it on 4 wheelers, walking, everything else. But been on day leases down there, go down there for the weekend and rent the lease for a weekend somewhere. Just I've never seen any evidence, but that don't mean anything out there. We also have they call it like chupacabra. Supposedly sucks the blood out of animals. You can look that up. I've never seen that either, but I mean, I've seen video of it on the internet, but I've never seen anything in my personal life going out looking at stuff. No, I've never seen it. It's cool though, or kind of scary. They find cows or other big animals drained of their blood, and they have these. I don't know. It's like a mutated looking dog. But you can look it up. It's pretty. It's an interesting story. Yeah, a lot. You're there's a lot of weird stuff out there, man. And again, it goes back to that quantum computing. That doesn't go back to it, but I think of that quantum computing being interdimensional computers, quantum computers working together. So alternate reality quantum computers working with our reality computers. I just the big question is how do they link? I mean, I don't know. That's way above my pay grade. I'm not even gonna pretend like I understand because I don't. Nature, still don't know. Yeah. They have some weird stuff though. Of course, all the cultures do. Look at the Mayans. They had some weird crap. I mean, they had a lot of weird stuff. But that guy's just buffering a little bit. He might be going off, or he just buffered one or the other. But yeah, yeah. You look at Atlantis. What is Atlantis? Was it real? They haven't been able to find it. Supposedly they did. Supposedly they didn't. I saw a thing today that was kind of interesting. I'll have to listen. Quit. Quit. She wants back in there with her puppies, and I want her in there with them. So I'll be right back. Yeah, it's on her leg, and it's I don't know what that is. I'm gonna get rid of it. Uh, it looks like a blood. She shouldn't have been able to have another puppy. I'll be right back, guys. What's going on? I don't know what's going on with her. That's weird. Don't think she went and got into anything. Oops, I didn't transition it. I don't know. Let's see. That's weird. It's scary about, dude. Yeah. I agree with the Bill Gates Walmart grader thing. That's for damn sure. Yeah, I don't, man, I'm quits. Yeah, maybe. I mean, it's very well possible. I just don't see how that, of course, if I could see it or understand it, I would have done it. But all this interdimensional stuff they keep bringing up, I mean, even Marvel did it. The Flash, you look at all the different storylines, um, they all have different, these interdimensional alternate realities. And I don't know. I bet if it is real, it has something to do probably with what CERN's doing, which I don't think we really know. But she got, I should let her have that bone. She put that bone. I have them inside. Let them come in and put them in these little cages in here at night where it's warm because it's so cold outside. During the summer, normal, temperatures, they just roam out in the yard, but it's too cold at night. But yeah, true. Well, the false flag thing, that's almost like they're trying to create reality for people when they do that. And so people say 9/11 is a false reality or whatever. But what I was saying before I heard her whining, I saw a thing today on the Space Shuttle Challenger, and basically how the story was buried. When the Challenger blew up, according to this documentary I watched, the large booster is what blew up. The capsule itself, um, the capsule, it survived because when they found it in the ocean 6 weeks later, some of the astronauts, they have a tank that they could put on if the air got bad. It was usually in the seat right in front of them. They could grab it, turn the tank on, put the mask on, and make it breathable air. Well, evidently, 3 out of the 7 or however many passed away or was in the accident had accessed their masks and they found the cabin part under the ocean. Now this was all it was released, but it was buried way, way deep. I mean, way deep. Yeah, I watched it live in school too. I was the same way. So what happened, according to these guys, and you guys can look it up. Like I said, I saw it today. Um, they went up. They experienced like almost 20 G's, which would have made them probably pass out. But they said when they did make it back, part of what you see falling back to earth, part of it is that cabin because they built it extra strong around them to withstand everything. And they said it basically took them 2.5 minutes to fall into the ocean. So it was like a 2.5 minute free fall if they were awake, which somebody was awake because the only way to access those masks was to physically take them off the seat in front of you, access the mask, and turn it on. And evidently, they found that three of them had accessed their masks and activated them, which means they were awake and cognitive at some point after the explosion. So, anyway, I mean, it's not a huge story or anything. I mean, everybody knew it blew up. I mean, either way, it resulted the same way. But I just kind of thought it was the narrative we were always taught was it blew up and they died instantly. That's kind of what was told to us. And that just, other than probably about 2.5 minutes of it, that's true. If what this guy was saying is true. So, yeah, there's no telling what they're going to write about people today, 100 years from now. I'm sure they will look at us like as if we were cavemen, kind of like we look at the cavemen. If and this is a big if the world stabilizes, the world could become a bunch of third world countries everywhere again, including the United States, Russia, all of them. Look at Venezuela. Look how bad Venezuela went overnight. Oh, not overnight, but over a period of like 3 years. They went from being a very wealthy, very, uh, I mean, there was a dictator, but I mean, they had a decent life, it seemed, to just a crap hole overnight or over a couple of years. And it's been horrible ever since. What changed? Other than maybe he pissed off the wrong person. And of course, now they got what they got in power, but mm, and then you got to wonder how much money, what's going on with the drug trade. Our government's involved in drugs. They've been involved in drugs since the beginning. It's like, okay, what's going on in the drug world that, they're blowing up boats and doing all this stuff? I don't know. I think it's why they like to quieten information down because you start looking at different things going on. You start putting different pieces together. It makes you ask some questions they don't like you to ask. I don't know. I guess if I was in charge, I wouldn't want people asking questions either about it. But yeah, according to this, according to what I saw today, they were probably conscious. Crazy. She let her have a little bone. Yeah, it's interesting. We sit over there and babysit poppy fields. That is true. For 20 years. I don't know if it was 20 years, 18, 16 years, how many years it was. But, oh, this something come out. I heard this today too. And you can cross-reference all this. Someone was making allegations about the U.S. government buying all these drones, and it just so happens, and I'm not saying anything, I'm just saying someone said it, that Vance owns a big stake in a drone company that he invested in before he became vice president or whatever. And I'm not saying the two are connected, but evidently the government's buying a lot of drones from this company. So they're accusing him, I guess, of self-profiting. I mean, I don't see it that way. I mean, he was a businessman. He had hotels, he had properties. Just because you run for office don't mean you should have to give up your whole life. Because eventually you have to go back to that life. You're given 4 or 8 years, depending on if you're reelected. After that, you have to spend the rest of your days doing whatever. So, what the law is, I don't know. Would I have invested, if I had the money, would I have invested in a drone company back then? Hell yeah. There's money in it. But anyway, I don't know. It's awfully suspicious though, but again, I think it was investing in drone companies was a sound idea back then. It's a sound idea right now. Hell, that may be the future of war. Yeah, I saw a video of them robot dog looking things with them automatic guns attached to them with laser precision. It's like, oh man, how dystopian is this? Oh yeah, exactly. But it'd be very expensive. I mean, there's from what the conversation was, I think it was Rogan talking about it. The U.S. government's going to start limiting drones. They're not going to let us have. Evidently, China has these badass little drones, but they're not. They're going to make them illegal. I don't know exactly what it's just kind of a piece of a story I heard. Just I wish I'd be crazy with this bone. She's losing the bone. Yeah, I mean they've got them now to where you could you can program the flight pattern and it can fly that pattern 24 hours, well not 24 hours a day. It has to power up until it runs out of power. Then it can go recharge, put another one up. 24 hour a day monitoring, infrared, heat vision, anything you can think of, sonar. But I said I haven't investigated on what kind of drones are going to make illegal. I didn't know that. I assumed some were illegal anyway. Now that they're restricted flight areas like say DFW International Airport, you can't fly a drone across the runway of the airport. I mean, and I think they even have things that'll knock out the they get so close, it'll scramble the signal, it'll knock them out of the sky. I might be wrong on that. but uh, you don't want drones around things like that. You could start having things like the bird strike issue, where the birds went to the engines and caused an engine failure. What was it, Sully something? They had to ditch that plane in that river because of bird strikes. That's crazy. Nice drone balloon. Yeah, anything. And honestly, it's amazing things haven't ever happened. I mean, accidents. Like I looked when I worked at St. Paul in Dallas, St. Paul Hospital, when I worked at Baylor. Both of them. Love Field is right there in downtown, right at downtown Dallas. Pulled up on a map, and we'd be sitting out taking a break, whatever, and then planes would just be barely going over. I mean, they'd be a couple 100 feet above the building. But the fact that they just didn't ever fall out of the sky and just, it's amazing. You look at New York, they fly into LaGuardia and all the big cities around the world. For the most part, as many takeoff and landings happen every day. They do a damn good job. But yeah, it's crazy. You would think you'd want them in more remote locations. Yeah, blimp, as long as it's not what was the one, hydrogen? 'Cause that's what blew up on the Challenger, was hydrogen and liquid oxygen. Helium, maybe. Now, down here in East Texas, they have hot air balloon race every year, and that is I mean, it's a pretty big event. They go out to the local airports, they put their balloons up, and at night they glow. They do they pull the thing and shoot the fire into it, and they glow and all that. That's pretty cool for the kids. Hell, it's almost as good as 4th of July. And then they float across the city, and even the elderly in nursing homes, the days they have that, they'll roll the ones that can. They'll roll them outside so they can watch the balloons go by. So it's pretty cool. Right. Well, tonight I'm gonna let this one load. There should be no. I mean, I don't know if they say there's a copyright issue with this. I don't know what to do because it's my ugly ass and it's these puppies and the background, and I mean, I don't really know how they could do anything. They can't. I don't think they could do anything but chat. It don't show up anyway. I don't know where the hell it goes. I guess it just self deletes. Hmm. 'Cause like the chat from Inverted World, it don't show up either. When you rewatch episode, now you can look at the comments that you go in and put after, it's posted. Uh, I'm sure it goes into some kind of catalog somewhere. So, people that make comments they shouldn't or whatever, threaten somebody, whatever, they can track it down if they have to, if something happens. Oh, she's getting on my nerves. I love her to death, but she is a little bit high strung. I have no idea what the numbers are we've gone. Let's see. Got pretty good numbers. Let me go look real quick. If I can look. That's the puppies. that be probably dashboard. Just 3 watching right now. Okay. I won't be able to tell the numbers till the end of it. The puppies are probably close to 2 or 3,000. I can, where were they at? Let's see. I can look on them real quick. 2,662 on the pups tonight. Let's see. I don't know why the other one's not showing up. Maybe it will. There it is. See what this one shows. Say 21. Not a lot. So I'm glad I kept the puppies up. You got to get so many watch hours in. It's the way they make you do it's kind of weird. But I'm just trying to work the system. And people like watching puppies, probably. I mean, I'd like watching puppy better than looking at myself. I wish I didn't have to put this up, but people want to see something. You know, we wanted to have a chat area where we come chat. So I like doing the articles like last night and doing that. That was okay once I got it rocking and rolling. But these gotta figure out this copyright bullshit. Well, they're still on. Dread from inside. She looks so bad. Yeah, they have it logged somewhere. As they should. I mean, look at how many trolls you get on these shows. You don't know if there's. I mean, most of them are just jokesters or whatever, or stupid kids that say things they shouldn't say or whatever. But every once in a while you get that one crazy person, and you never know. Yeah, yeah. Definitely got the 10. Yeah, I know. Well, we're gonna have. I ain't gonna have it every night, but actually, what I'm gonna do is when I have him come over and do he can play live. I'll put him on camera and he has his guitar and the dude is awesome. I'm telling you, you're going to trip. Maybe if you can't watch it live, I'm going to put it on the YouTube as a clip, not just to put up for my channel, but I'm gonna that way he can use it for promoting himself. And so yeah, we'll have music and barbecue that night. And yeah, he's definitely the rock type person because he does like to drink. So, but it doesn't affect his playing any, and he sings. He sings. I'm telling you, you're gonna be. He'll knock your socks off. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take what he does when he sings that and records that. I'm gonna be able to use that audio for stuff like this because we're gonna actually create the audio files, so there will be no copyright issues because it's audio that I made. So I got a plan, I'm just not there yet. And this is about the best time at night, I think, to because everybody during the day everybody's already kind of locked into what they watch. And then everybody watches the Timcast and everybody watches Inverted. And then after that, you're kind of not everybody, I'm saying a lot of people. Then I start flipping to the live streams, and then you got people. This person, of course, if it's a chick, she usually has at least 100. Um, but then you have people that have two or three, like me. Um, and you have a couple that have a couple hundred. It just depends. But I saw a thing earlier. I was just flipping through. Somebody had like some dolls set up, like a creepy doll scene with frozen dolls just sitting there. It was creepy though. Had 600 watchers, and all it was people were trolling. What is this crap? And blah 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 blah. Okay, maybe it's crap, but um, you got 600 people watching, and the numbers weren't dropping. So I don't know. I read an article or I watched a video that evidently 2026 YouTube is going to start focusing their analytics and stuff on a little different. Um, they're not going to go off the hashtags as much and stuff like that. They're kind of switching up. They want long form content, um, original content. Not, I mean, they're going to let you do the AI videos and all that, but I don't think they're going to. The shorts, like right now, shorts are, for me, that's got me more viewers or more subscribers than anything are the shorts. And I haven't been doing enough of them. The AI shorts or video shorts. Like today when I stream the puppies, I clip like 4 or 5 1 minutes that I'm going to throw out there. And I got some scheduled to post tonight. And I got some to post at like 5 in the morning. So I'm trying to stagger them. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing yet. I'm just trying. I don't know. I don't know. I know I'm going to have him doing it live, playing his guitar. It's going to be his voice. So I hadn't thought about that, doing I mean, it's not really like a cover band. He just does different songs. I mean, he can do from God Bless the USA if he wanted I mean, down to some grunge rock. So I don't know. Either way, I'll have video of him doing it live. So um, I can always show him, here's where I got it from. And it'll be an exact copy. And then how they'll be able to argue that because that's creating content. We are not copying and pasting or anything. I mean, it will be content creation. He's going to do it right here live. And if it goes over good, we might do it like every 2 weeks or something. We'll pick like a Friday night or something whenever Inverted is not on and it doesn't interrupt people's time. That way we don't have to wait so late. Maybe do it like on Friday nights at 6, 7 o'clock at night. I don't know. We'll figure it out. I don't know, man. I know everything you put in that sucker gets scanned by AI. So I guess it throws flags, and if it throws a flag, I guess maybe a human looks at it, maybe they don't. Maybe it automatically makes decisions. I don't know how it works. But I mean, everything works off algorithms, but and views. But I mean, it's like every year they change their focus a little bit, and they're kind of narrowing in, and they're basically it's trying to keep viewers. They want to keep people watching on their platform for longer. And then when you get monetized, they play them little ads. You probably noticed there aren't no little ads. I'm assuming playing. When you get monetized, they play them little ads, and then you get like 20 cents for an ad or something. I have no idea. I don't even know what the numbers is. I don't really care. But um, then you get monetized, you get that little ads, and if you get so big, you can get the super chats. Now, to me, that's where the money would. I mean, if you're going to type, if you're in it to make it, your super chats, they get 30% of all your super chats. So if someone gives you $100, they get 30 of it, is how I understand it. So that's quite a little chunk. That's why a lot of people did that. Buy me a cup of coffee. Or what's the other one? Is it Cash App? And anyway, there's other things you can use third party to keep them from taking as much. Yeah, or across the top. Just little banner ads. That's what we call them, banner ads. Kind of like the little banner I'm running. Just put in there Genesis Gold, da 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 da, da and put the website. Whoever. That's who Inverted uses, or the new sponsor for them. But that was back in the MySpace days and all that. They've gotten really, and I knew it was something was gonna have to give because that's how TV ran, was off advertisement money. So I knew that the internet was gonna have to function somehow with advertising, and they were trying to avoid doing the ABC, NBC, CBS, whatever ABC, DFG company, um, from doing it that way. And so YouTube just throws these little quick ads in there, which they should because people don't have I mean, people, their click rate's so high, they don't have retention time of any, of next to nothing. So you get your little 30-minute ad. Hey, your ED don't work or ED med don't work. Here, take this one or whatever. Oh, you're too fat. Take Ozempic. Here, 30 seconds. I think that's why TikTok's so popular because it's so short. That's why these YouTube ads are so popular. These shorts are so popular. So you have viewers that want to watch your 30-second ads, your 1 minute, whatever. And then you have your other viewers that like the 3 hour long form content like Joe Rogan or some of these other shows that are long form. To me, it kind of looks generational. The older generation likes the long format. The younger generation likes the short YouTube ads or the short YouTube shorts and the uh, TikToks and the Instagrams and all that crap. There's so many. There's Kick, Instagram, Facebook Live, Facebook. There's so many of them damn things these days. So, Twitter, whatever you want to call it, which is a dumpster fire, by the way. Yeah, that's the whole thing. You got to get what you're going to say in quick because they're moving on. And it's the same thing on here, getting on here at night. You guys are here because we talk other places, but most people come through here, they see us talking, they're going to look for a few seconds, they're going to click right through it. I'm not going to get up and dance like a monkey to try and get one view. I want to sit down with people that want to talk and have a conversation. Yes, be entertaining, like the show and all that, try and get some music, but still working on that. Oh, yeah, it's destroyed the attention span. Especially people at schools have noticed that. And reading, reading I even think reading is going to be kind of a bygone skill to a point because all these kids are watching videos to learn everything. They don't really read books or anything. They watch videos. Uh, I'm gonna go about 20 more minutes, and I'll be getting off here, guys. About 20 more minutes. I'm going to feed that little puppy if I can, if it's still alive. She was looking bad a while ago. Um, check out the mama. And hopefully tonight I'll sleep. I didn't sleep worth a damn. I just didn't. Don't know why. Didn't really have any bad dreams. Kind of woke up just feeling, I don't know. It was weird. But one night of it's enough. Usually the second night, you get tired enough, then I just crash. So tonight I should just crash. Yeah, exactly. Well, that's the whole, was it Timcast? Somebody was talking about your kids basically being taught at school by AI. There's parts of that that I definitely don't like, but there's also another part of it that kind of makes sense because they teach to the lowest common denominator. So whoever the slowest kid in that class is, they're going to have to teach down to. Not being negative, but that's just the way it is. And if you have a kid that already has mastered the content for whatever reason, they're not going to be challenged at all. And that kid should be advanced. And if there's a way to measure that and go ahead and advance them, because when you're young, you can absorb knowledge. That's why I tell you to learn languages when you're young, because you can absorb knowledge a lot easier. So why hold them back? But anyway, education is a way different subject. They want them in them schools. That is a moneymaker. That is a generator. That is what a lot of taxes are in Texas. That's one thing that's very high is our school taxes. We pay them for the colleges and we pay them for the regular high school or whatever city ISD. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I could see that. I could see them going one day and kids just sitting down putting on a VR, and when they master a subject or whatever, they move on to the next subject. And every kid's going to learn at a different rate, and it'll probably have ways. That's what I'm saying. I think there's good things that could come out of it if it was done right. That's the problem. Good intentions are always they make fools out of people. Like someone, what somebody say something about Eli was making something to fight the has good intentions to fight the Skynet or whatever. Sometimes the good intentions becomes the actual product of destruction. So I don't pretend like I know what's best. Yeah, it's neat. I mean, and the thing about it is it can also make learning interesting. Yeah, exactly. So I think we do need some kind of educational revolution in this country. I mean, we pour more money into it than anybody else, and our kids rank way down there as far as the world goes. But I think it has more than just institutions. I think it has to do with the parent and the household and what the child is exposed to before, during, and after adolescence, and kind of the whole picture. Birth rates are way low. That's crazy. We're gonna have an unbalanced society very soon. We have a bunch of old people and very few young. If you start running the numbers on that, you run out of money. So you print more, you have a crisis, I guess. Well, they've settled down pretty good. She's She's over here in the corner asleep away from him. I guess she wants a break. Yeah, he stands up when he's on his VR game. He stands up and he has these controllers here and he's looking over here and looking over here. I mean, he's, you know, and I've put them on before and looked at them. I've never played a game with them or anything, but I looked to it because I had to try. Number one, I want to see what it was. And I have the app on my phone. I can pull up and see whatever he's doing. Now, I can't see it the way he's seeing it, but I can pull up and see what's going on from my phone on it. If he wants a game that's over a certain age or whatever, um, like the other night, he come to me, "Hey, I want to play this game," da 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 da, and I had to approve it on my phone because I put his correct age in and all that. So that part's pretty cool. You getting some exercise, I guess. It's better than just sitting and clicking a mouse and keyboard like most of the old games. You know, it's kind of what was it? The Wii? You could bowl. You could do tennis. Can't remember what else you could do in that thing. That one was kind of neat. It picked up on your motions, and I like the bowling and I like the tennis. I guess that's why I remember one. It's the two I liked. Yeah, he was telling me they have these things now where it's even they're very expensive, but they're almost like suits you where you feel cold. They have like little stimulators in them that if you get hit in the side, it sends just a little light shock to you or something, or you know you got oh hell no, man, there ain't no way I put that on. But, okay, let's just put on your electric suit, and when they decide to take your number, they just push a button and zap you to death like a bug. Yeah. So, yeah, so yeah, it's crazy. I guarantee you they got them. You know, this is years ago. My kids died. This tells you how long ago it was. My daughter's 30 now, so she was probably 8 or 9. It's been well over 20 years. We took them to Disney World. Had a thing called the Bugs Life, and they had some animatronic bugs up on the stage. They did a little show, and you sit in these seats. And when they said something like the stink bug come out, it would mist a little something in there, and you'd smell it. It's like, oh, but it cleared real fast because they had quite a bit of air moving through there. When they said, oh, the bugs are going to run under your seat, where you were sitting, the seat actually had little like beads or something that moved, made it feel like bugs were under you. So I mean, they could do that back then. There's no telling what they can do with stuff now. Look at that I had on last night, the sphere. Look what they can do in Vegas with that eyeball looking sphere thing. That's pretty cool. Now imagine an alien coming in from wherever and it sees Vegas and it looks down scanning and it sees that thing. What the hell are they gonna think? Probably wouldn't even pay attention to it, to be honest. But it is neat to see. I mean, like I said, I was there, I don't know, 6 months ago, but it is neat to see at night. I don't need to go to Vegas anymore, to be honest. So I enjoy going to Oklahoma much better. It's nicer, cleaner, safer. 2 hours from me, 2.5. No expensive airplane, no expensive, I mean, the hotels, you can pay for a hotel, whatever it is, but hell, if you go, a lot of times they'll give you free rooms. Just Vegas is just, people are getting over it. And I think it's why you're seeing all the doomsday stuff about Vegas. Vegas is saying, well, they're only wanting high rollers. Well, good luck with that. All right, David, have a good night. I'm fixing to get off here too, because there ain't a lot of high rollers left. And you got 1,500 rooms. I mean, I don't know. It just doesn't make sense. But yeah, I'm off here, guys. I'm getting tired too, and I didn't sleep worth a damn. I got a dog to go check on. Try and feed that poor little puppy, and we'll see what happens. But y'all have a good night, and